The Grayson County Lady Cougars look to make it a 13th straight win back at home this afternoon as they take on the Warren Central Lady Dragons. Warren Central is just a little over a week coming off of their biggest win in years for their program, defeating Bowling Green for the first time since 2007. Both teams feeling good about themselves, but the question is simple. Will this be the lucky number 13 for the Lady Cougs? And a good afternoon and welcome to the Cougar Den for this afternoon's coverage of Lady Cougar basketball on 103.9 The Moose and K105 Digital Production. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith with you. And Stephen, I think I mentioned this either last night or earlier in the week or something. Everything feels a little bit better when you wake up on a 12-game winning streak.
Yeah, you just hope that everything that you can do just keeps it rolling, and you've got to be really satisfied if you're Coach Mack and all the girls this year on a great year, and still got a couple left, but going into the district tournament, I think looking in pretty good shape.
Coming up on the Locker Room Show, we'll introduce you to both teams, talk to the head coach of the Lady Cougars, Mike McClintock, give you the starting lineups. That comes up and more right here on the Moose.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected?
Here we go!
Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when hawk moth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Leitchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den. Grayson County and Warren Central here in a Saturday afternoon matinee contest. Warren Central enters the record of 4-17. They're 1-5 in the 14th district, but they're coming off of a week ago and a day winning at Bowling Green 34-31. Last night they dropped a contest at Todd County Central. So they're doing the Brian Jones Bowl here as they've gone from Todd County to Grayson County in the two games. If anything else, he told me last night, he says, I listen to everything you say, so that one was for you. There you go. There's your mention for the game. The players you need to know for Warren Central in this game, it starts with Ida Akvadova, their point guard. She averages 13.8 points, 5.8 rebounds per game. The thing that you need to keep an eye on with her is she's going to get to the free throw line. She's a driver. She can shoot 36.1% from three-point range, but that's not necessarily her best aspect of the game. And then down low, Jalea Bailey. She's averaging 11 and 5.4, 5'11". Grayson's going to have to find a way to slow down one of those two here today. Warren Central, that record of 4-17, coached by Anthony Hickey Sr. He's seen a lot of basketball in his years. Lady Cougars, 12 straight. We'll take a break, introduce you to them after this. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on the Moose.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Leitchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The Builder's Choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Leitchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Do you need help paying for college? Your first step is completing a FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. The 24-25 FAFSA will be available in late December 2023 and is more user-friendly. More students will be eligible for aid than ever before. Kia counselors and others are ready to help you. You're not in this alone. For more information, use the QR code or text money to 800-928-8926. Or you can visit gearupky.org/money.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where the Lady Cougars are about to take on Warren Central here in a matchup. Lady Cougars 19-6. They have won 12 straight games, playing their best basketball, and the player that has been playing extremely well over the last 7 games, Stephen, Bree Jones, 15.4 points per contest, including last night a career-high 22. She's just playing really good basketball.
Yeah, really outstanding. She's kind of settled into her role pretty well here. At this time of the year, the first year that she's had major minutes, obviously being an 8th grader, you think of her getting her first year of high school basketball under her belt, and all the jitters are gone, and she's done a great job.
Other players stand out. Sydney Perkins last night, 5 threes. She's now at 200 for her career. Again, she's only the second player that we know of that has had 200 in either boys or girls for Grayson County basketball, the other being Keegan Sharp, who had 203 threes just a couple of seasons ago to finish his career for Grayson County. Now, there are a couple of boys that are marking to potentially cross that right now, but right now Sydney only the second that we know of. We got a couple of feelers out to some players that might have crossed that mark as well.
If 203 is a record, that's on thin ice today.
It is.
Yeah.
And if the Lady Cougars want to win, they hope it's on thin ice. Mike McClintock is the head coach. We'll take a break, talk to him, get his thoughts on the matchup after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Some days are just better than others.
I think you should go talk to someone.
It's not that easy.
Have you been thinking about suicide? You can talk to me, Dad.
It's been a tough couple of months.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Leitchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran, and disability employer.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose. Sam Gormley now joined by Coach Mack from the Lady Cougars. Coach, in that second half, your team really took control and pulled away last night. What was the key to that?
Well, I think their big girl fouling out had something to do with it. We seemed to rebound a lot better, and then our defense picked it up, and we took care of the ball. I mean, I think we only had 6 or 7 turnovers for the game, and that's huge for us.
Allie went out with that injury last night. Do you have anything to report on her? I know she's here and around the team. With that as well, what does her just being here do to you all?
Well, it means a lot. I mean, to the girls to see her here, and she'll be cheering them on. I mean, when she got to on her way, and when she got to the hospital, she was watching the game on her phone. So, you know, she's very important to us, and hopefully we get her back.
Rebounding has been a weakness of your team over these past couple of weeks, and you lost maybe your best rebounder with Allie, at least for a couple of games. How do you combat that?
Next person up. I mean, next player's got to be ready to go, and, you know, we just got to pound the boards a lot better than what we have been.
Who are you looking to step up? That was pretty much right into my next question, to fill some of that void for Allie.
Well, Kennedy and Ella's going to have to, and then, you know, we may have to move our rotation around a little bit, where we have to put a guard down there. Sydney's really going to have to rebound for us, like she has a couple of times this year for us. You know, she had a double-double somewhere, and we've got to have her on the boards for us from now on.
We talked about this last night a little bit. We've talked about it over these past couple of weeks, is your team, and this was under Todd as well, has had to learn how to win. How do you learn how to win?
You just got to have confidence. You got to stay positive. You know, you're going to face adversity in ball games. You're going to face adversity in life. And, you know, that's where basketball is part of a game that you learn about life, you know. So I think they've learned how to handle bad situations, play through it, and that's how I think we're winning. You know, we've had to grind out some games here lately, and they're doing that. So I think that's a carryover from that.
Warren Central, you look at the record and you see only 4 wins, but they're coming off of a huge win against a really good Bowling Green team last week. They've had a lot of close losses as well. What do you see from them?
Well, they like to get up and down the floor. They play some good zone defenses, and they'll play some man-to-man. They got a big that's very tough to keep off the boards. They got a great guard, and I can't say her name, it's number 25, but yeah. And she's really good, and then they got a wing player that can really shoot the ball.
Akhmedova, the guard, she gets to the free throw line a lot. When you're going up against a player like that, how do you guard someone like that?
Well, we try to keep our distance and not reach. You know, we need to learn to play defense with our feet and not our hands. But you just got to back off a little bit and just make sure she doesn't get past you.
You mentioned the size advantage that they have in the post, especially without Allie. How do you combat that?
We're just going to have to, you know, 5 people on the defensive boards is the main thing, and we got to keep her blocked out and off the boards.
How do you get lucky, win number 13 in a row?
We have to take care of the ball, play good, solid, just play a regular basketball game. Sam, take care of the ball, play good, solid defense, rebound, and share the ball.
Coach, good luck. More comes up on the Locker Room Show after this.
Hi, my name is Tara Mosley Hyde, and I'm the CEO of People Advocating Recovery. And I am also a person in long-term recovery. And when I first started my recovery journey, it wasn't always easy for me to access resources. So now you can call today at 833-8KY-HELP and get access to treatment and other options and other resources. Call today. There is no judgment and no shame to look for help.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors helping neighbors.
In communities around the world.
When disaster strikes,
We get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
but now our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den. Let's meet the starting lineups for both of these teams. First for Warren Central, Hannah Bailey averaging 5.3 points a game. Layla Tisdale at about 2 points. Diamond Posey at 4.1. Ida Akhmadova at about 14. And Jalea Bailey at about 11. The lineup for Grayson County, it'll be Sydney Perkins at about 15 a game. Sutton Van Meter at 8. Isabel Blanton at 5, Bree Jones at 10.2, and Eleanor Valles will start in place of Allie Jennings at 3.2. Those are the lineups. Steven's strategies and more comes up next on the Moose.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
Do you need help paying for college? Your first step is completing a FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. The 24-25 FAFSA will be available in late December 2023 and is more user-friendly. More students will be eligible for aid than ever before. Kia counselors and others are ready to help you. You're not in this alone. For more information, use the QR code or text money to 800-928-8926. Or you can visit gearupky.org/money.
The governor has declared the state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors the storm move to the following counties their fortune sequence.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard.
Warren Central and Grayson County. We'll take a quick break. Steven's strategies and the play-by-play is next on the Moose.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Warren Central about ready to roll. Steven, your strategies for today's game?
I think it's pretty easy, Stam. You just step up. If you didn't have enough already to play for with 13 in a row, you got Allie sitting out today, and you're playing not only for the team but obviously for her. So I think you could see a big game, or hopefully we'll have a big game out of Ella and Kennedy. They'll be able to pick up the lion's share of those minutes and make it happen.
It's always very interesting, too. Ella, she started at times last year, but I don't think has had one start at all this season. How does that go?
Maybe she started the first game. Some players just do better coming off the bench. I don't know exactly what she prefers. Obviously,
she did. You're correct. She started Breck. That's the only start she has all season.
Some kids want to come off the bench, but obviously today things are a little bit different, so she's got to step up. And, you know, with the level of intensity that Ella plays with, she's going to be fine. She's got an extremely high motor, and she's going to be able to keep it rolling here. But, you know, tall task going up here against Bailey. Hopefully she can keep her off the blocks. And Ella's always going to get loose balls and rebounds.
The opening tip is up, and it is controlled by Warren Central. It is Bailey that comes down the near corner. Warren Central 4-17. They lost last night to Todd County 66-46. And a pass inside deflected out of bounds by Narvaez. That's going to stay here right on cue. She puts her name into our mouths by making a nice play on the inside.
Yeah, that's exactly what you expect to see out of Ella.
Warren Central needs somebody to pass it in, and finally Akmadova will bounce back to give it. That's usually something that's important. They feed it to Bailey, spin move, Bailey, floater missed. Narvaez rebound for Grayson County. Here come the Lady Cougars. Bree Jones, who has been playing fantastic over these last couple of weeks. She had a career high last night of 22 points. Into the corner to Perkins, who is one of the top three-point shooters in Grayson County basketball history. She has 200 career threes made. Looking to add to that total here today and pass Keegan Sharp in the all-time lead for Grayson County three-pointers. Van Meter on the left side, gives it off to Perkins. Back up top now to Jones. About 45 seconds into the game, no score between Grayson County and Warren Central. Van Meter weaving in, throws up a shot, and she's fouled. Two shots gonna come for Sutton Van Meter. No, I think they're gonna call it on the floor. Foul's called on number 5. Layla Tisdale, her first, team's first, and they are going to say it's on the floor.
Looked like a 1-3-1 that Central was in there. Really moved well that first initial possession.
Up top, Van Meter all alone from 3. It's in and out. It pops. Bailey with a rebound for Warren Central, and the Lady Dragons are off and running. An outlet pass knocked away by Van Meter. She's got it up the far side of the floor, and then it's knocked out by Grayson County. As Van Meter lost it, the official, Chris Haney, he was right there on top of it, and there was no sense of
disagreement
from Sutton.
Yeah, really good job right there reading that pass and smacking it away. Would have been great if she could have come away with it, but good defense on that fast break.
Warren Central wants to run. They want to push the tempo. Grayson County can. Probably more of a team, though, that wants to control in more of the half court. Akmadova on the left side. Feeds Bailey, guarded by Narvaez. Ball deflected, and Akmadova's going to get it back. I think the biggest key to this, too, is Ella's got to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, when you have somebody out, that's 5 more fouls that you're out.
Anthony Hickey wants a 30-second timeout. We're about 90 seconds into the game. No score between Grayson and Warren Central. It's Lady Cougar basketball on the Moose.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Anthony Hickey takes the 30-second timeout with 6 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Hickey is in his 4th season with a record of 1971 at Warren Central, 143 and 196 overall. He spent 9 seasons as head coach for Christian County. He was 121 and 124 there.
Surprising to see a record as bad as Warren Central after the first couple trips up the floor. Moved the ball well on offense, moved their feet on defense.
it doesn't help that they play in a very good district. Akhmadova drives the baseline, can't get the shot up, and it is missed. And here comes Grayson County out and running. On the right side, it is Perkins back up top now to Van Meter in between the circles. No score between Grayson County and Warren Central about 2 minutes into this game. They cross it to Blanton. Blanton off to Perkins, back up top to Jones. Left side Van Meter to Narvaez in the near corner. Gives it to Blanton, wide open, right side block. Blanton puts it in.
That's the thing with that zone, that 1-3-1 like that. If the guards out on the wings are not flashing down, you're going to see a lot of buckets open.
Here comes the 2-2-1 for Grayson County. They feed it to Bailey in the post, and it goes through her hands and out of bounds. It's good defense. I think it was it Isabel that came down, and even just putting a hand is all you need to do sometimes in defending that inside pass.
You can tell early on that the Central team here is looking for Bailey on almost every possession here, so you can tell she's the center point of their offense.
Left side Jones. She's had the hot hand for Grayson County over these last couple of games. 18 on Tuesday, 17 on Monday, and then 22 was her total on Friday. Van Meter up top to Jones in between the circles. Lady Cougs on top 2-0, 3 minutes into the game here from Grayson County High School in a Saturday afternoon game, the final Saturday of the regular season. Inside to Blanton, outside Jones. Jones dribbles with the left hand, goes up, flips it up. She's fouled on the inside. It's either going to go to Bailey or Akhmadova.
Really like the patience on that possession right there. Central's doing a pretty good job of moving their feet and getting in front of them. Nobody got out of sorts for the Lady Cougars, just stayed patient and got Bree going to the free throw line.
80.6% for Bree Jones. And Akhmadova was the player whistled for the foul, her first, team's first. Jones to shoot two. The first one is good for Bree Jones on the inside.
Correction, Sam, that's a team's second.
Is that not what I said?
You said her first, team's first.
Oh, I was looking at second. Misses the second. Rebounded by Narvaez for Grayson County and finds it up top to Perkins, who lets the three fly. It does not roll in. Blanton had the rebound, but it's ripped away by Bailey. I think we're going to have a jump ball, and the arrow is going to stay here.
Yeah, good job by Isabel going in there to get the ball, but Bailey, stronger than her, was just able to take it away from her. At least we were able to keep it tied up for the jump ball there.
Lady Cougars looking for their 13th straight win. They're already in their longest win streak in the history of the program. Far side three, Perkins off the curl, couldn't get it. Jones gets the rebound and lays it in down the right side.
Really good to see right there the offensive Bree crashing the glass right there to get an easy layup.
Crossing it off to the far side to Tisdale. Top Bailey on the left side, back up to Akhmadova. Akhmadova's a player that wants to drive. She'll get to the free throw line, something she's improved on drastically. She had some big free throws that allowed for Warren Central to defeat Grayson County 42-36 in Bowling Green a year ago in a game that Todd Johnston, former Grayson County head coach, was none too thrilled afterwards in that one. Akhmadova drives and kicks. Three right side by Bailey is too strong. Narvaez gets the rebound. Good block out on the inside by Blanton, in on Bailey. Left side Jones into the corner. Perkins, three is up, three is short. Rebound bouncing around and goes off the hands of Bailey into the hands of Warren Central, as Posey's going to end up getting credit for the rebound. Up top, Akhmadova very close to over and back. Grayson County on top, 5-0, 3.5 left in the first quarter. Bailey on the right side. Picks up the dribble, gives it to Akhmadova, guarded by Jones. They cross it. A shot from 18 on the left side. Nothing but net for Layla Tisdale. Right side Perkins, 5-2, Grayson County on top. Left wing Jones, ball fake, inside to Blanton, pass deflected. Blanton's able to run it back down, and they give it outside to Perkins. Crossing it to Jones. Jones running the point. We've seen Jones running a little bit more of the point early on today.
Yeah, running Ella kind of in the middle of the zone where Bree has been. Maybe a little bit of a change. It looks like Central's gotten back into a 2-3 now. So you might see Bree sneak in there.
Van Meter flips it up down the right side and is fouled by Warren Central. They're going to give that foul to, I think they gave it to Bailey.
Didn't know if he's going to call it or not. A little bit of a wait.
It was to Bailey. That is her first team's third.
A wait whistle?
A wait one. It could be a late one, too. Van Meter to the line to make her first.
Oh, goodness.
It's a Saturday.
It feels like we were just here, Sam. You know why it feels like that?
Because we were.
Because we were just here.
Well, get ready, and here in about almost a week, we're hopefully going to be here a lot in a week period. Van Meter gets both free throws to fall. And Grayson County has a 7-2 lead against Warren Central. 2:40 left in the first quarter. Akhmadova breaks the timeline across the near side. Perkins says, I'll take it myself. Perkins down the right side. Layup good.
Buckets like that really are so key to winning games. Little buckets just like that where you can run up and get it.
Warren Central breaks the 2-2-1 zone pressure. Loose ball is going to be a jump ball. Arrow will stay with the Lady Dragons. We mentioned Anthony Hickey. He coached at Christian County, and there he coached his son, Anthony Hickey, who was Mr. Basketball in Kentucky in 2011, played at LSU from 2011 to 2014, Oklahoma State after that. He currently plays professional basketball still in Italy. Three far side, wide open by Bailey. It's missed off the front of the iron and rebounded by Grayson County. So it was Hannah Bailey that took the three. Deep on the right side goes Jones. Left wing, Van Meter. See, that's one where I'd want Sutton to let it fly.
Yeah.
Jones, bounce pass, right block, Blanton, layup, good. Great feed by Bree Jones. They put her back into the middle. She was able to do it. She's been doing a lot of over these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's a really good look for us right now, having Bree there in the middle of that zone.
Posey drives. The floater is missed, but she's going to be fouled by Grayson. I think they're going to give this to Narvaez. That's going to be her first and the team's first.
Back to that offensive possession there, the thing that's good about it is you don't have a drop-off going to Sutton being the primary ball handler. She's going to do a great job handling the ball as well.
Posey 41.7 from the charity stripe, and that first one misses off to the left. I don't know if Sydney spilled some of her water that they tossed her, but she's cleaning up. Or maybe she did. Did you see the Big Z from Kentucky? Both free throws missed, where he was looking at it and squeezed it and it squirted him in the face.
Splashed him in the face, yeah.
Those cameras catch everything sometimes.
Yes, they sure do.
11-2, Grayson on top after both free throws are missed. Bree Jones, wide open three in the near side. It's off the back of the iron. Long rebound. Blanton saves it and hands it off to Perkins, who is then checked out of bounds. It's going to be a steal and a run out. Posey, though, blocked by Van Meter, and then the ball's knocked out of bounds. And it is, I think it's going to stay with Warren Central. He did a very quick point and only did like half of a point, Stephen.
Really credit Sutton right there for keeping her hands up. Didn't foul and got the block.
And saved 2 points.
Yes.
Akhmadova in the corner. And those are the plays that, this game, Stephen, we've talked about. This game means nothing. For Warren Central, it's the same thing. The only game that matters for both these teams is Warren Central, I think, plays Bowling Green as Bailey at the left elbow. Narvaez got a hand on it first and made Bailey think about it. She misses the shot off to the right side. But back to that point is, Grayson County, the only game that matters to them is Whitesville Trinity on Monday. It's Narvaez down the right side. She's fouled. We'll continue that as Narvaez will go up, and I think that's going to be Bailey's second.
Good to see Ella right there being aggressive, going to the basket and drawing another foul on Bailey. I don't know if
that is her second.
That's her second foul.
Ella to the line to shoot two. 71.4% for the season. And the first one's good. You're using these games, though, to get better. Because Grayson County, if you lose to Whitesfield Trinity a week from Monday, it doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Win streak doesn't mean anything once you hit the postseason.
Yeah, no doubt Coach Mack's got that day circled on his calendar. Obviously, you got this game and a couple next week, but that's the game that you play for the whole season.
Akhmadova, downhill drive, dumps it to Bailey, layup, good. Anthony Hickey trusting to leave Jalea Bailey in the game, his senior, 13-4, and he might not have much of a choice early.
Yeah, we talked about that last night with Lee getting 2 fouls in the first quarter and then none the rest of the half. But then
Jones dribbles it off of her foot. It's a takeaway for Warren Central. Hannah Bailey drives down the right side. Nice defense by Narvaez. Akhmadova gets the rebound. Hands it off to Hannah Bailey. Goes back up. Shot missed. Gets her second chance and puts it in. 13-6. Grayson County has the lead. Sometimes those second chance points can be a spark you need.
Yeah, it can be, especially growing up a little momentum here going into the end of the first quarter.
Jones is fouled. I think they're going to give this to Posey. It is. That is her first. Team's fifth. 2 shots coming for Bree Jones. Jones will shoot 2. 1 of 2 in the game today. And he gets that first to fall in. Lady Cougars, you mentioned, Stephen, they still have 3 games after today. At McLean on Monday, at Washington County on Wednesday, and hosting Hancock County for senior night on Friday of next week, all leading up to the game on the 26th. As Jones makes both free throws, 5 seconds left. Akmadova tries to split the defense, gives it to Posey, feeding to Bailey with 2 seconds. Bailey takes one, dribble, layup, good off the right side to beat the buzzer. Grayson County tried to take a charge on the inside. They do not grant it. And at the end of the first quarter of play, Lady Cougars on top 15-8. This is Lady Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Leitchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Leitchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Welcome back to the Cougar Den. Grayson County on top 15-8 as we start the second quarter of play. Stephen, there was a certain basketball coach that was unhappy with me. He says he wanted to pull some stats saying he didn't shoot as much as we make him out to be. So I see him. He's getting ready to walk up behind him. He said he didn't necessarily appreciate it, but I want to give a shout-out to the Cougar boys. Huge win last night at Greenwood. I'm sure if you're Warren Central listening to that, you're probably saying, yeah, beat those Gators.
Yeah, anytime you can go down into Bowling Green and play any of those teams and get a win.
Perkins, floater, missed short, gets her own rebound and feeds it off to Blanton. Blanton lets the defender go by, feeds it off to Perkins from the far side. Shots missed. Long rebound out of bounds, and it will, I think, stay here. I'm not sure.
Referees don't listen to you, Sam.
No,
They're
they
not
don't.
using their hand signals very well.
Use your hands. Perkins thought about it in the near side. She's about 0-5 from 3 early. Now the ball's thrown away, and here comes Warren Central. Akmadova down the left side. Layup, good. Leading scorer for Warren Central, scores for the first time today. She's got 2 early points. Just like that, it's 15-10. Left side, Van Meter. Feeds it to Narvaez. Little too much on it. And it's thrown away, and it's immediately Brian Jones said down to her way too hard on that pass.
Yeah, it was a really good idea. Kind of a tough angle because she was flat throwing straight down. May have been better if she could have taken another rebound and possibly bounced past it, but it was a good idea.
15-10, Lady Cougars on top by 5. Bailey remains into the game with 2 fouls for Warren Central. They cross it left side to Posey, into the far corner to Tisdale. Her 3 is short. Perkins with the rebound for the Lady Cougars. Perkins angles back towards the near side. She's bumped, tried to create her own space. Sydney's got to be a little careful with that elbow. They'll sometimes call that. From the left elbow, speaking of elbows, put in by Sutton Van Meter. She's got 4 early points.
Yeah, Sutton seems to be really comfortable taking the 1, maybe 2 dribbles and pulling up. That one looked really good.
Sutton she had her career high that ended up being broken this year against Warren Central a year ago. She had 21 of Grayson County's 36 points in that game last year in Bowling Green. Akmadova, and the free throw line gives it off to Jalea Bailey. Spin move, nice move, layup, good.
Yeah, pretty nice move right there. You can tell she really knows how to use her body well and impose her will down on that low block.
Jones is fouled up top by Posey. That'll be her second, team's first here of this second quarter of play. A couple of subs. We're going to call Kennedy Green's name for the first time today. And it'll be Caitlin Wynn in for Warren Central. She has 3 points and 3 rebounds. It'll be Sydney Perkins that will leave for the Lady Cougars.
Been a long time since I remember no subs for the Lady Cougars in the first quarter.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Jones on the clear out, drives down the right side, in on Bailey. Nice defense by her. Jones misses the shot, and it's rebounded by Warren Central, who has numbers. Off right side to Hannah Bailey. Up top, they can't take advantage of having numbers, and they're going to re-slow and set it back up. Akhmadova deep on the right side. Picks up her dribble. Up top now to Hannah Bailey. Crossing it, a three off the far side is missed and rebounded by Grayson County. Blankton came down with a loose board, gives it off to Van Meter up the far side. Van Meter weaves through, pulls up 18, in and out, it pops. Rebounded by Hannah Bailey for Warren Central. Up the near side comes Bailey. Into the corner to Akhmadova. Akhmadova behind the back dribble, picks it up on the right elbow, and resetting up the offense. This game feels like it's a larger deficit than it is, but Warren Central is very much in scoring distance as there's a three up at the top side missed. Narvaez with a rebound.
May have been a little bit of a hold right there that Ella was going to get that rebound on Bailey, but no call.
That would have been her third. Van Meter three left side short, rebounded by Akhmadova for Warren Central. Off to that left side, Bailey three, good for Hannah Bailey. It's a 2-point game. I think Lady Cougars are taking too quick of shots right now.
Yeah, those last two possessions, open shots, but maybe would have been better to have been a little more patient like what we were talking about early on in the game.
Blankton on the left wing. Feeds it to Narvaez, and it goes right through her hands and out of bounds. Right decision. Ella just couldn't catch up to the pass. Into the game for Warren Central is Zamaria Jenkins-Beeson. She's appeared in 8 games, 2 points and 8 rebounds. For the Lady Dragons, Van Meter almost steal, and now she's going to be called for a foul. Bad luck foul for Sutton Van Meter.
No, I think it's going to be on Akhmadova.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is. They're going to call this on Akhmadova. That is going to be her second.
Yeah, she spun around pretty quickly like she maybe looked guilty that time, so.
It's going to stay with the Lady Cougars. Now she just realized, wait, they called it on me?
Maybe she didn't think she was guilty. That's 2 on her. 2
on Akhmadova, 2 on Bailey, the 2 leading scorers. They'll give it into Van Meter. In between the circles, Lady Cougars up 2 on Warren Central. And it throws it off the backboard. Akhmadova comes down with it. Out and running goes Akhmadova on that left block. Keeps the pivot, spins, basket good. And it's a tie game, 17 all, with 4 minutes left in the first half. Stephen, we talked about it last night. Coach Mack does not really like to take timeouts at all.
No, good job by Akhmadova keeping her
Jones,
balance.
Euro in the lane. Basket good off the left side.
Good answer there by Bree. A little bit off balance, but was able to make it fall. Now you don't get back on defense.
Wide open off the right side. Layup good by Jenkins-Beeson. And we're knotted up at 19. Lady Cougars were in control of this game early. It was 13-2 at one point. Warren Central, a lot of credit to them. They've really fought back.
Absolutely.
Perkins in the lane. The floater off the glass, not there. Green rebound is stripped on the way up, and it finally does go out of bounds. I thought that one was going to drop up the baseline. Sub into the game, Peyton Bowman will come in place of Sutton Van Meter. We've seen little spurts of Peyton. And into the game for Warren Central is going to be Diamond Posey in place of Wynn. Bounce pass to Jones in the far corner.
Diamond has the longest hair I've ever seen.
3, top side by Perkins. It's off the front of the iron, and the rebound goes off the leg of Bree Jones and out of bounds.
Her hair extends down past the bottom of her shorts.
It is long hair.
But it looks good. She's rocking it.
19 all, 3:10 left in the first half. Akhmadova breaks the timeline across the far side, and Warren Central's really slowing the pace down on this as Anthony Hickey calls out the play. Akhmadova steps, speeds at the free throw line, up top to Hannah Bailey. Warren Central's not led in the game. Akhmadova, off-balance shot missed. Perkins with another loose board. She's probably got about 4 or 5 rebounds early.
Yeah, I think I heard Coach Mack saying that in the
Jones
pre-game.
On the drive is bumped and fouled by Layla Tisdale. That's her second.
Sydney, it seems like the ball bounces her way a lot on rebounds, and she's ready to grab it and take off the other way. And that's one of the things I really like. Whoever gets the rebound, if they have the ability to push it and take off for the fast break.
Win back in for Tisdale, who picked up her second. Left side, Bowman. She had Kennedy open.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite find her. Bowman on the left side. She's left alone from 3. Misses it. And rebounded by Blanton, and now we're going to have a jump ball. The arrow is to Warren Central. Peyton just hasn't gotten that shot. 1 of 15 now from 3. She can shoot, though.
Absolutely.
You've seen it as more than almost anybody in this gym.
Yeah. When she gets going, she can really put it in there. Not been getting a ton of minutes and probably hasn't got the chance to really get into the flow of the game right there. That was a good shot. She was wide open. I think she double clutched it a little bit, which a lot of times that'll.
Akhmedova off the left side, too strong. Did Kennedy Green touch it?
No.
She did not. And it'll go out of bounds all the way through, and it's going to head back towards the Lady Cougars. 2:03 left in the first half. It is 19-19 between Grayson and Warren Central.
This is a big 2 minutes right here for the Lady Cougars to get a little momentum going into halftime.
This game feels very similar to last night. Had a big lead early as Jones is blocking the way up. Fight back to make it close at halftime.
Yep.
And foul on the far side called on Blanton. And safe to say Isabel didn't agree.
Yeah, Isabel's done a pretty good job of getting in and tying the ball up, but that time may have got a little bit of an arm when she reached in there on number 10, Jenkins Beeson.
It's interesting. You don't usually see Isabel react, and you could she did the right thing. She walked away. She was muttering to herself as Akhmedova drives in and is going to be fouled by Jones. I think Bree did get her on the arm on the way up. For Bree, that'll be her first, team's second, and it'll be 2 shots for Akhmedova, who will try to give Warren Central their first lead of the game. Akhmedova 63%. She hit big free throws in the win last year. Makes the first. I think she was 7 of 8 from the line down the stretch. She was the worst free throw shooter on the floor at that point at about 40%. So the Lady Cougars played their odds and kept fouling her, and she said, keep fouling me because I'm going to put them in.
Yeah, you can really tell the last couple possessions she's kind of started that penetrating like what you were talking about in pregame, trying to get to the bucket and draw the foul.
20-19, Warren Central, their first lead of the game. Lady Cougars have won 12 straight.
Ooh.
Van Meter up top, has her pocket picked by Akhmedova. Akhmedova down the left side, layup good. Green did a good job getting back on defense, but Akhmedova better job finishing. 1:10 left in the first half. It's 22-19. Mike McClintock really letting his team play through some of their mistakes early on. Perkins from 18 on the right side. It's in and out. Ball pops around. Blanton's got it in the far corner. Off to Perkins. Bounce pass to Van Meter into the corner to Jones. Ball fake again. Now it's going to dribble it off with the right hand. She curls around, gets a screen from Green, goes up and is stripped on the way up, and it's going to head towards Warren Central. And poor Jenkins Beeson. She was set to check in. Anthony Hickey said, nope, you're done. Ball rolls all the way out to the concession stand. Hopefully Chris Haney, maybe they threw him a little handful of popcorn or something when he came by.
Saw a pretty good platter of barbecue nachos whenever I was walking in. I heard you talking about them there. I don't think he got much of those.
No, I know his wife was eating some nachos earlier. And they look good. Nachos are not a broadcasting-friendly snack, though.
Yeah.
I've learned that. Bailey feeds it out to Akhmedova. Hand on it. Akhmedova pulls up and gets it from 12 on the near side. Akhmedova heating up, and Warren Central leads 24-19 with 15 seconds left in the first half. Hand off to Van Meter with the left hand. Van Meter in the lane. Kicks it off to Perkins. 3 left side. In and out it pops. Rebound bouncing around. Out of bounds off of Kennedy Green. And it's going to head towards Warren Central with 5.2 seconds left in the first half.
Kennedy's really been banging pretty well with Bailey and keeping her up high in the lane there. 5.2 left on the clock. Don't think they'll be able to get it to her, but she's done a good job the last couple of possessions. Better believe it's just going to be an Akhmedova. They're going to give it off. 3 near side. Good by Warren Central. It's hit by Posey in the near corner. And the Lady Dragons lead Grayson County 27-19 at the end of the first half of play. This is Lady Cougar basketball on the Moose.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way.
We are neighbors helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes,
We get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Lady Cougars trail Warren Central 27-19 at the end of the first half. Warren Central closes that quarter 8-0 run. They outscored the Lady Cougars 19-4 in that second quarter of play. And Stephen, that's not good.
No, you look at a record that Warren Central comes in 4 and something, and we're on a 12-game winning streak. Would have been very easy to watch that second quarter and not been surprised if the roles were flipped. It'd be interesting to see what kind of fire Coach Mack tries to light under them here at halftime. I'm assuming it'd be a pretty animated halftime, and the way that we played there in the second quarter would warrant that.
Coming up on the halftime show, run down the scores from around the region and the scoring from this game. Again, your score at the half, Warren Central leads Grayson 27-19. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on the Moose.
Do you need help paying for college? Your first step is completing a FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. The 24-25 FAFSA will be available in late December 2023 and is more user-friendly. More students will be eligible for aid than ever before. Kia counselors and others are ready to help you. You're not in this alone. For more information, use the QR code or text money to 800-928-8926. Or you can visit gearupky.org/money.
Governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors the storm. Those in the following counties that are fortunately
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way. We are neighbors helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes,
We get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
but now our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School, where it is 27-19. The Lady Cougars trail Warren Central here at the half from the Cougar Den. Let's try running down a score two from around the region. Not a whole lot going on right now and early on a Saturday afternoon. Because of that, I'm going to have to just bring you any score from around the state that I can see is St. X defeats Ryle 87-69. That is a boys score, obviously, since it's St. X. At first I was like, is it a boys score? Thinking to myself, and I'm like, yes, it's pretty safe to say that it's not the St. Xavier girls basketball team, since they're undefeated, though, Stephen. They've never lost.
The St. X girls team?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Never, just like the Trinity, Louisville Trinity girls team.
Sacred Heart boys have never lost.
Correct. I'd like to see, some of those matchups go up against one another. And that's really about it. Greene County and Central Hardin girls basketball play. I know Meade County girls, they travel to Pulaski County today. And we'll give you this college basketball score. Kentucky Wesleyan leads Thomas More 38-21 in women's basketball at the half there. WKU's hosting New Mexico State. Kentucky's down on the Plains. They take on Auburn a little bit later on. You'll be able to hear that game over on K105 today. Grayson County, they trail Warren Central. We'll run down the scoring from this game after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
The governor has declared a state of emergency, and evacuation is now underway as the storm approaches. The National Weather Service has issued a warning as it monitors the storm. Those in the following counties, therefore, should seek.
Convoy of Hope is ready to help you prepare for the next storm. Visit convoy.org/prepare.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way. We are neighbors helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes,
we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
27-19, Warren Central leads Grayson County at the half. Running down the scoring for the first half for Warren Central, 9 for Ida Akmadova, 6 for Jalea Bailey, 5 for Hannah Bailey, 3 for Diamond Posey, 2 each for Layla Tisdale and Zamaria Jenkins-Beeson. For Grayson County, 7 points Bree Jones, 4 points for Sutton Van Meter and Isabel Blanton, 2 for Ellen Narvaez, and 2 for the leading scorer, Sydney Perkins. Stephen, key to the second half for you, or your strategy for this second half to try and get to the lucky 13.
Sam, we were talking about it here in the break, and I think that's going to be getting out to a quick start and being able to maintain that. Came out pretty good at the beginning of the game, but was as ugly a second quarter as we probably played all year. So we've got to minimize turnovers. You can't let Bailey get going down low. Got to keep Akhmadova out of the lane. And if you do those few things, I like our chances.
Grayson County trails 27-19. Second half's next on the Moose.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Leitchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Do you need help paying for college? Your first step is completing a FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. The 24-25 FAFSA will be available in late December 2023 and is more user-friendly. More students will be eligible for aid than ever before. Kia counselors and others are ready to help you. You're not in this alone. For more information, use the QR code or text money to 800-928-8926. Or you can visit gearupky.org/money.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
The orange and blue of Grayson will start with the ball in the second half of play. They trailed 27-19. Sam Wormley and Stephen Smith with you as we're back underway. These first 2 minutes, Stephen, I think are going to be extremely important for this Grayson County team.
Yep.
Hand off to Van Meter. On the left side, feeds it to Perkins, who didn't have a great shooting first half of play, probably her worst shooting half of the season. Jones weaving through, pulling up from 12 on the far side, nothing but net. Bree Jones has 9 points. And there you go, an early basket. Now you got to get some stops on the defensive end. Coming down is Bailey.
Really patient that first possession.
Akpadova from 18, it's way off to the right. Jalea Bailey, rebound, put back good off the right side. Bailey, that one was on her head, and she just picked it up and from her head threw it in off the backboard.
I really think offense patience is going to be big right now.
Jones. Off to Perkins. Perkins on the left wing, hand off to Van Meter. Van Meter with the right hand, hands it off to Jones. 1 minute into the into the second half of play. It's 29-21. Grayson County trails Warren Central. Inside to Jones. She curls around. Jones, layup left side. Good for Bree Jones, moving into double figures for another straight game. And it's a 6-point game. Now you got to get a stop on defense. Back to this 2-2-1. Warren Central breaks it with ease. Crossing it to Akpadova. Pass deflected. It's run back down, though, by Posey. The biggest key, too, in that second quarter for them going on that run was Akpadova.
Yep. Kind of penetrating north to south. Did a good job getting in the lane and got to the free throw line a couple times.
Akpadova tried to hit a handoff pass, instead spins and shoots. It's missed. Jones has it for Grayson County. She's off and running. An outlet to Narvaez down the right side. Narvaez layup good. Great feed and great finish. And now it's a 4-point game, 29-25. Akpadova up the near side of the floor, gets around Jones, gets it to Posey, bounce pass to Bailey, guarded by Van Meter. Bailey shot good.
Not much Sutton can do right there against Bailey. When Bailey got her feet underneath her, it was going in.
Blanton from 18 on the right side. That's good. The shot's starting to drop for Grayson. And if I'm Warren Central, Jalea Bailey's touching this every single time.
Yeah, I think she needs to.
And right on cue, Bailey's got it, but Sydney Perkins takes it away instead. Perkins up the far side of the floor before angling it back and gives the pass off to Bree Jones. The 4-point game, 31-27, 5.5 left in the third quarter. Van Meter to the free throw line to Jones. Left side, Blanton, 3. No good, short. Look good, rebounded by Bailey. Outlet pass to Akpadova in the middle. She fends it off to the left block. And back up top, 3 is no good by Warren Central. Posey couldn't get it to fall in. Bree Jones with another loose board for Grayson County. Jones off the left side to Blanton, into Narvaez. The double team comes to Jones. Ball fake again. Back to Blanton on the left side. Blanton left wing. Right side Perkins. Warren Central in almost like a 1-3-1 of sorts.
Yeah, they're
inside to Jones. She splits, tries to roll it off to Perkins, who gets it back in the near corner. Not really sure what the defense is, Steven. It's kind of an odd, maybe 2-3, 3 right side by Perkins. That's good for Grayson on the right side.
Again, Sam, that when we're showing patience on the offensive end, getting good shots and knocking them down, that second quarter we were rushing it and not doing nearly as well, and the score shows.
31-30, it's back to a 1-point game now. Warren Central up 1. Akpadova crosses it out to the right side to Tisdale. Nice defense by Grayson County. You can tell they've come out with a pep in their step. Ball deflected out of bounds, headed towards Grayson.
Much better intensity on both ends of the floor right now. We're moving it on the offensive end, getting open shots, and that time on the defensive end was following the ball, doing a good job, getting hands and faces. I like the way we're looking right now.
Jenkins Beeson re-enters the game for Warren Central. Jones might have been fouled. They give it to Perkins. Another shot on the right side. It's in and out. Rebound on the floor. Picked up by Warren Central. They've got numbers. Off and running. Dumps it off to the right side. Might have gotten away with a block. Was Bailey up top. Deflected. Loose ball out of bounds. No, it's actually still in bounds, but it's saved in bounds, but Posey ended up touching it when she was standing out of bounds. They're going to talk this over, and Mike McClintock is, I thought he was upset about a call. He's making a switch on offense.
Yeah, again, letting Sutton run the point more, putting Bree back in the middle of the zone here on offense.
Which I like.
Yeah, I do too.
It's worked really well. And we need to say that was Brian Jones's idea. He was upset that Coach Mack took credit for it. Left side three by Perkins. Short.
Oh.
Rebound goes right through the hands of Narvaez and picked up by Posey for Warren Central. Posey spins and gives it to Akhmadova. 31-30. Warren Central has the 1-point lead. 3:10 left in the third quarter.
Almost look a little bit out of sorts, Bailey being subbed with those 2 fouls. Coach Hickey wants to keep her in check there, not pick up a cheap third one.
Akhmadova drives. Nice job by Blanton recovering. They give it to Posey. Your three is an air ball, and it'll go out of bounds.
Didn't get a good handle on it at that time for Posey. May have slipped out of her hand a little bit even going up. She's kind of wiping her hands off on her shorts a little bit there. May have had a little sweat.
31-30. Grayson County has a 1-point deficit right now. Van Meter weaving through, dumps it off to Narvaez, and shoot it next time.
Yeah, that would have been a good time for her to pull up and do that little jump shot.
Like Akhmadova just does and puts it in on the right side. Akhmadova moves into double figures. She's got 11 points. Van Meter off the left wing, Perkins. Perkins on the drive. The floater is missed and rebounded, or it's a foul rather on Warren Central. I think they're going to give this to Jenkins Beeson. No, it is on Ida Akhmadova. That is her third. Only the first foul called of this third quarter. And it'll be Sydney Perkins to the line to shoot 2. 71.9%. And Sydney struggled shooting today. This is where you can get back going again, is at that free throw line.
Yeah, I don't know how many points Akhmadova had, but she's been in on a lot of plays. So her picking up her third foul is kind of a big factor here most of the way into the third quarter.
She has 11. Second chance coming. Bailey re-enters for Warren Central.
So that's roughly a third of their points.
Second one, good. That's why you're the math guy. 33-32, 2:15 left in the third quarter. 1-point Warren Central lead here from the Cougar Den. Akhmadova behind the back dribble on the left side. She drives, she kicks, 3, Posey near side. It's an air ball. Bailey's got the rebound, misses, rebound, ripped away by Bailey. It'll be a jump ball. The arrow's going to stay here. Good job by Narvaez just fighting on the inside.
Yeah, doing everything she could to get a hand on that ball. And Bailey's a pretty nice player. Been impressed with her so far, using her body and really strong when she catches the ball.
She knows what to do with herself.
Yeah, there's no question what she's in there for, and that's being a banger down low.
Bailey in the far corner. Do a handoff pass to Hannah Bailey up top. Hannah Bailey, I don't know if she lost it herself. Akhmadova tried to save it in bounds, but ran out of real estate on that far side.
Those are those careless turnovers like that just absolutely drive a coach insane. Coach Hickey doing a pretty good job keeping his composure, but I know on the inside he's
especially when it's a 1-point game and Grayson County's feeling themselves, and right on cue, Grayson County has a turnover really of themselves in that realm. As Jones tried to feed it into the post to Blanton, and it goes out. Layla Tisdale re-enters the game for Warren Central. Good job of coaching, too. Win eye contact with Anthony Hickey the entire time, making sure, nodding her head on what he was saying. Akhmadova drives, and that'll be a walk. Ooh, they're going to call a foul on the inside.
I think there was a foul, but it was after Akhmadova had already jumped and come back down.
It's Isabel's second, team's first. I thought it was going to be either a jump ball or a walk. She went up and down.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what Mike McClintock's probably asking the official right now. And it'll be 2 shots for Akhmadova. She's 1 of 2 today. First one is no good.
Sam, the ball don't lie.
I always love hearing it. The one pro to it being a smaller crowd, too, is we can hear when fans are upset. Second free throw missed, rebounded by Jones. Jones outlet Perkins, 3 in transition. It is too strong, and the rebound is going to be a jump ball, and the arrow will stay here. 33-32, Lady Cougars trail by 1 with 1:26 left in this third quarter. Perkins to trigger. Bounce pass into Narvaez, off to the right side to Jones, all alone from three. She takes forever to let it fly, and then buries the three.
Wide open
14
shots
for Bree.
Wide open shots like that are the ones you just simply have to knock down. Good job by Bree, taking her time, going up and knocking it down.
Lady Cougars retake the lead, 35-33. They haven't had it since it was tied 19-19. They were up 19-17 at that point. About a minute left in the third quarter.
First time we've seen Bailey touch the ball outside of the lane and threw it away.
Ball heads back towards the Lady Cougars with a minute left in this third quarter. It is 35-33. Grayson County on top by 2. On the right side, Van Meter, handoff to Perkins. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Perkins into the corner. Jones, another three off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Warren Central. An outlet to Akhmadova, who took a peek at the scoreboard, realized she has plenty of time with 40 seconds left in the third quarter. To Hannah Bailey. Fakes the drive, feeds it to Jalea Bailey. Spin move, shot off the right side, good. Timeout taken by Anthony Hickey. Will take it with him. 33 seconds left in the third quarter. It's 35-all between Grayson and Warren Central. It's Lady Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when hawk moth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
35-all, Grayson County and Warren Central knotted up. 33 seconds left in the first half of play. Anthony Hickey coaching up his team hard in the timeouts. As it is Van Meter in between the circles. Off to the left side, handoff pass to Jones with 23 seconds and counting left in this first half of play. Handoff Perkins. Perkins will give it to Van Meter, who drives and kicks to Jones with 15 seconds. Jones curls around. Jones amongst the trees is fouled by Warren Central. They're going to give this to Layla Tisdale, her third, team's second. Not a lot of fouls in this quarter.
No, Bree probably got bailed out right there on that foul call. Got down there in no man's land with a couple people around her. Pretty lucky to come out with a foul there that time.
Perkins bounce pass to Narvaez. Right side, Jones. Up top to Van Meter, feeds it to Narvaez. Narvaez on the spin. She's fouled by Bailey. That's going to be her third.
Good job by Ella right there, getting her feet underneath her, going up and drawing the foul. Now got to go to the free throw line and knock both of these down.
2 coming for Ella Narvaez, 2 of 2 today. Narvaez lets the first one go, and it is good. You see Ella, before she shoots, she sticks that left foot out and then brings it back in to kind of recollect herself.
Yeah. Does the same thing every time, and that usually is a...
And both of them are perfect. She's drastically improved at the free throw line.
Good for success.
She's got 6 points. Grayson County's got the lead. 3 from the volleyball line is missed by Warren Central. And at the end of the third quarter of play, Grayson County leads by 1, 37-35. This is Lady Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor, but I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
5, Grayson County leads Warren Central as we start the final quarter of play. Anthony Hickey having a long conversation. Stephen, you could hear most of it. His message was...
It really, most of what I could tell you, Sam, was just fundamental stuff. It was telling one of the girls kind of complaining about the foul down here on the other end, Ella hitting both free throws. Then he looks over to one of the others, and he said, just go up. He said, we do layup drills. Hit the layup. Simple stuff, Sam, that sometimes will be those things that really get you in a close game like this.
37-35, Lady Cougars are up by 2. An awful second quarter has given them a shot here today to extend their winning streak to the lucky 13. Akhmadova on the left side. Only 3 games left in the regular season after today, which is wild to say. Akhmadova, 3 off the left side. No good. Perkins with a rebound for the Lady Cougars.
Could tell the defense is really focusing on Bailey right now down in the post.
Jones weaving through, goes up in on Bailey, fends it to Blanton, and then Blanton is fouled by Bailey. Foul's called on Jalea Bailey. That is her 4th. Team's first. This official, he does the fingers backwards.
Yeah.
And it throws me off every single time I see it as Blanton shoots 2.
You're looking at the roster for who's number 53.
Correct, because that's not one that you usually see. Blanton misses that first free throw. Isabel is 76% from the free throw line. One more coming is no good. It stops on the top of the rim. That thing almost stuck there for about a second before rolling off. Both of them no good by Blanton. Shot blocked by Perkins. Rebounded by Bailey, creating her own space. Misses it, blocked by the rim. Second chance missed, and saved in by Blanton into the hands of Van Meter. Van Meter weaving through an outlet to Jones. Jones into Narvaez. Nice defense by Bailey to keep it away. She goes diving into the student section as it gets it off into the hands of Akhmadova. Warren Central off the other way. Posey up top to Akhmadova. Pulls up from the left elbow to tie. It's missed. Narvaez, perfect rebound.
Yeah, good box out. Kept Bailey off the glass. Bailey did a good job not picking up a cheap foul, not going over the back.
37-35, Lady Cougars up by 2. Jones all alone from 3, doesn't take it. Instead drives, steps back from the free throw line. It's no good. Rebounded by Akhmadova. I wouldn't mind seeing Bree take that 3. She was wide open.
Yeah.
Akhmadova, she drives and kicks. Shot from 18 is too strong. Rebounded by Blanton. Blanton up the near side, and smart play here by Isabel to slow down. Let's set up, and let's run the offense.
Yeah, initially right there I was kind of motioning for her to keep going, but the defense was doing a pretty good job of getting back, so she wisely backs it out.
Perkins on the right side, fends it to Jones, into Blanton. One dribble, layup, no good, and that might be 5. Is that on Bailey?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be on Akhmadova.
It is on Akhmadova. That is her 4th. So now Bailey and Akhmadova each have 4 fouls. Team second to the line is going to be Isabel Blanton. She just missed 2.
I really don't.
Just take a deep breath. You're good.
Yeah, I really don't think right now Coach Hickey has a decision to make with Akhmadova and Bailey with 4. I think you got to leave them in there because they've been the kind of the cornerstone of the offense for the entire game.
Have about 12 points from the rest of the team, so they've combined for 25
yep.
or 23. Second chance for Blanton is good. There you go. You got one.
Yeah. Shake off the losses or misses and get back.
Because it'll happen.
Sure.
Even the best ones. 38-35. I mean, you missed a free throw or 2 in your life, right?
Yeah, this is a great game today, Sam.
Akhmadova fends it off to Bailey on the inside. She's fouled. They could probably give this to Narvaez or Van Meter. Both of them fouled, and be Narvaez is second. 2 coming for Jalea Bailey, 67.6%. First time she's gone to the line today. But I know we talk about it a lot. You can become a good free throw shooter if you work at it.
Yep. Yeah, there's I think I said this on air earlier. There's a girl that'll be having surgery in about a week and a half, and I told her she should be leading the state in free throws. Well, why? Because that's all you're going to be able to do all summer.
Bailey misses the second free throw. Rebound, almost Akhmadova could have been called for her 5th. Lady Cougars have it. It's a 2-point Lady Cougar lead, 5:45 to go in the 4th. And Hannah's already not too bad at the free throw line.
Yeah, 100% this year.
That's pretty impressive. Jones at the free throw line. Now the foul will come. They'll give this to Hannah Bailey, her first, team's 3rd. Anthony Hickey is complaining, saying that there was an arm first. Official says, okay.
I don't think he was buying it.
No. I don't think he was either. Right side, Van Meter swings it off left side to Jones. Jones on the drive will flip it up. Blocked by the rim. Rebounded by Warren Central. Off and running up the far side of the floor. Into the corner. Posey bobbles the pass. Blanton gets a hand in and takes it away. Van Meter with it. Now Blanton hits the deck. Here she's okay. To Jones in the far corner. Back to Perkins. 3 left side. Short. Rebound. Bouncing around. And Akhmadova comes down. It's poked away. She gains it back. Akhmadova at the free throw line. Gets it off to the left wing. 3 by Hannah Bailey is off the back of the iron. And a foul on the rebound is going to be called on Jenkins Beeson. That will be her first. And the team's fourth. It is 38-36. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We talked about it in our pregame interview with Coach Mack, is learning how to win is important. Perkins wide open 3 in the near corner. She can't get it. And that's when you know, as the ball goes out of bounds and head towards Warren Central, that it's not been Sydney's game when she misses a wide open corner 3. Because I'd imagine she's probably shooting 50% on wide open corner 3s this season.
Yeah, that seems to be her favorite spot, and was kind of surprised when I looked down there and nobody was there to guard her.
Ida Akhmadova running the point. 38-36, Lady Cougars up 2. Warren Central now going to run their offense.
Maybe.
Anthony Hickey, he's just chilling right now. He's real relaxed. He now looks. He says, "Ask how many timeouts do I have?" Got 3 of them. He says, "Okay, I'm good." Now he's asking the ref here, where are you? What's the best place to eat here in Leitchfield?
Yeah, what do you want to do after the game?
I see there's an ad for McDonald's that pops up there sometimes. 4:05 and counting now. Oh, moving a little bit. Doing a little bit of motion here. Now, Jones says, okay, a little bit, maybe. Okay, here we go. Akhmadova driving in at the free throw line. Jump pass back out to Bailey. That was a fun little sequence. 3:45 left in the fourth quarter. Bailey on the left wing. Spins around, lowers the shoulder, stripped on the way up into the hands of Perkins.
Yeah, you can tell that's not her game, getting the ball out on the floor, trying to create her own shot. You
want to set her up on the block.
When she gets it down on the block, she's really effective.
Van Meter from the left elbow.
Yeah.
Got it. 6 for Sutton.
Yeah.
Lady Cougars now up 4, 40-36, 3:20 left in the fourth quarter.
I really like that look right there for Sutton, coming off the screen, couple dribbles and pull up.
Akhmadova at the left elbow. Up top to Bailey. Left side to Akhmadova. Akhmadova in on Van Meter. Behind the back dribble. Fends it off to a pass on the right wing by Posey, and she'll knock in the 3. And we are going to have a timeout on the floor taken by Warren Central. It is 40-39, 3:01 left here in the game. This is Lady Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Leitchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
3:01 left here in this fourth quarter of play. Sam Gormley and Stephen Smith back with you. Next week, 5 games technically, in 4 game days is on Monday. Lady Cougars will be at McLean County. That'll be a 7:30 start time from beautiful Calhoun, or Livermore, depending on how you want to look at it. It is a fun trip to make, Stephen. Fun trip to make there to McLean County. On Tuesday, the boys will be at Davis County. Davis County has been number 1 in the third region media poll for a while. That's a good test, but recently, Davis County lost to Greenwood. Cougars beat Greenwood last night. Does that mean anything? I don't think so, but it's still a fact. On Wednesday, the Lady Cougars will be at Washington County. Our coverage for that game still TBD. And then on Friday, it'll be senior night hosting Hancock County. Outlet to Perkins. Out of the timeout. She drives. She fends it off into the post to Narvaez. I'm surprised Sydney didn't let that one fly.
Yeah, kind of surprised Ella didn't try to make a move there on Bailey also.
Especially with 4 fouls.
Exactly.
40-39, Lady Cougars up by 1. 2:40 left in the fourth quarter. Left wing Van Meter, she falls down, is able to keep the dribble going. Perkins runs the baseline. She's trapped. Gives it outside to Narvaez. Narvaez, handoff pass to Perkins. And they're to say she did not reestablish herself in bounds. And that's not a good call.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly looking right there, but
I was. She did reestablish herself in. Mike McClintock is talking to the official. And they're going to talk to Anthony Hickey right now. They're going to change it. I don't know that I've ever seen that.
Sam, I
he made the wrong call, and he changes it to make the right call.
Kudos to him for calling that, but wow.
And now Mike McClintock wants a 30-second timeout. Yes, because, I mean, it was the wrong call. Now Travis Johnston is talking to the official right now. He's going to say, you mean if I complain to you, I'm going to be able to change the call?
Yeah, Coach Mack did a good job staying calm and pleading his case. But, yeah, we've been joking about that all year, that you never get the referee to change their mind. But we can't say that anymore. We've seen it.
I guess a player, we can say that a player has never gotten the coach. And the best part about this is, Coach Mack's been around a long time.
Sure.
He probably has relationships with all of these refs to know, hey, let's talk. You know me, I know you.
You know the ones that are going to let you chirp a little bit. You know the ones that probably have a quick trigger.
To Narvaez, out of the timeout, Lady Cougars lead by 1 with 2:25 left in the fourth quarter. Narvaez takes one dribble, kicks it off to Blanton on the left side. Back up top to Van Meter, onto the right side to Perkins. The pressure comes. Lady Cougars playing a form of keep away right now. Akhmadova chasing back Perkins, needing to find help, and finds it with Van Meter. Van Meter hands it off to Jones. Jones at the free throw line. Bounce pass to Narvaez, in on Bailey. Narvaez goes up, the floater,
nice.
Good for Ella Narvaez on the inside.
Yeah, great to see that from Ella right there. Get that one to fall. Good move coming across the lane and getting the bucket.
The pressure comes, goes through the hands on the pass. That's going to stay here. Tisdale came in to help, not necessarily ready to get the ball. It goes right through her hands and out of bounds.
Sam, we say it all the time. It's amazing what a little bit of ball pressure will do to an offense, and that time got the turnover and coming back our way.
42-39. With how the offense has gone over these last couple of minutes, you could feel a basket almost being a dagger. We're going to have a foul called on the far side. Is that on Akhmadova? If it is, that'll be 5. It is not. It is on Tisdale. That is her 4th. So Tisdale, Akhmadova, and Jalea Bailey all have 4 fouls for Warren Central. That is 2 shots, though, for Sutton Van Meter. And, Stephen, we talk about it a lot. Got to make a free throw.
These are huge.
First free throw, good by Sutton Van Meter. Because, we mentioned it, this game means nothing. But in 10 days, or less than 10 days, those free throws, huge.
Yep.
Second one, good.
Yeah, you turn a 3-point lead into 5, and in this game, that's a huge amount difference.
We got a timeout by Mike McClintock. He's going to take another 30. I don't know the last time we've seen Coach Mack take 2 30-second timeouts in a period of about a minute. 44-39, 137 left here in this fourth quarter of play. And I think, they're probably on this other end. Anthony Hickey is probably going to try and draw something up to get Bailey a touch in the post.
Yeah, if Akhmadova is not able to penetrate, or even if she is able to penetrate, I think you need to ride the horse that brung you and get that ball into Bailey and see what she can do, get a bucket, maybe draw a foul. But on the other end right now, you've got Coach Mack and Brian Jones drawing up the defense of saying, hey, don't let it get to Bailey. Don't let Akhmadova get in the lane. You got to stop her out higher, and really that's been the majority of the threats that the Lady Dragons have brought today.
What do you think about Coach Jones's shoes down there? He was talking about his gym shoes yesterday. He's got a different pair on. What do you think? How do you rate those?
I don't know that I would wear them, but they probably don't make those in a 15.
Is that you trying to say he has small feet? Or He's going to go back and listen. I'm going to get a text message at about 6 o'clock tonight.
He may have been in the dark and got those out of Elena's closet.
Coming up the near side of the floor, Aquanova. Now, Coach, that was Steven that said that one. You'll be getting the text message.
Yeah.
Up top to Aquanova. It's 90 seconds left in the game. Grayson County up 5. Aquanova on the drive. Absorbs the contact. Floater. No good. Rebounded by Jones for Grayson. Lady Cougars have won 12 straight. Inching closer towards the 13th.
Got to be strong with the ball right here.
Van Meter fouled up top. That'll be given to Hannah Bailey, her second.
I think for me, when you're looking for somebody to be tough with the ball on the Lady Cougars, I like it being in Sutton Van Meter's hands because you know she's going to be strong with it.
When you think of tough, you think of Sutton.
Yeah, those Van Meters are tough, and that definitely comes through Karen's side.
You want to say that a little bit louder?
I was hoping she could hear me. Yeah. Yeah, Sutton's toughness definitely comes through her mother's side.
She's just ignoring you.
Yeah, she's not paying any attention.
Misses the first, makes the second.
Her daughter's shooting free throws, and I'm trying to crack jokes in a tight game.
45-39. Yeah, you probably would appreciate it if roles were reversed.
That's true.
Akmadova driving, dishes off to Bailey. Layup, good for Bailey on the inside. If you're Warren Central, I don't know why you don't keep doing that. It's a 4-point game, 45-41. This is decision time for the Lady Dragons. How long can you go without fouling?
Bailey's not going to be able to foul with her 4 because she's all your offense right now. But
Perkins in on Bailey. That's the matchup you want as Perkins weaving through and just going to play keep away now. Akmadova can't foul either.
Right, she's not a
37
threat to foul
seconds. Perkins driving, and they throw it up, and loose ball. Blanton's got it, giving it off to Narvaez. Now I think you got to foul if you're Warren Central. 27 seconds and counting. They give it to Jones, and now Jones is fouled, and she winces as she drops to the floor. And Pierce, she's okay, though. Foul called on Layla Tisdale. That'll be her 5th.
Well, here with Bree going to the line, you got a four-point game. You stretch it out to 6. I think you feel really, really good about your chances with 25 seconds left. So just like you said the last time when Sutton goes to the line, these free throws are big.
Jones will shoot 2. First one, good for Bree Jones. Anthony Hickey does have 2 timeouts remaining, both of the full variety. Be interesting to see if he'll take one.
He's talking to the ref. He may want one.
Second one, good by Jones. She makes them both. It's 47-41. Grayson County on top. About 20 seconds left in the game. Warren Central's got to start thinking about some potential threes. They give it to Bailey. Bailey up top drives the dish, and the basket's good. Bailey comes up limping as well. 12 seconds and counting. Warren Central's got a foul, and they're not coming with foul pressure. 8 seconds and counting. They got a foul, and no foul still comes. 3 seconds, and the foul comes with 2.7 on the clock. And Grayson County's win streak, 1 free throw will force it to 13.
Yeah, 2.7 seconds. It would take a
4-point play.
Yeah.
And if Sutton can make one, which she does,
ball game.
You can ice it and put the dagger out. Lady Cougars have won 13 straight games. It wasn't pretty. And now if you're Grayson County, just go stand in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Don't foul. Don't do anything.
Yep.
Sutton makes the second. Gets that free throw to drop. 49-43. Warren Central's just going to dribble it up. And the Lady Cougars have won 13 straight games. They defeat Warren Central by a final score of 49-43. This is Lady Cougar basketball on the Moose.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
The Lucky 13 at the Cougar Den. Grayson County wins 49-43. We'll jump into the fifth quarter show after this. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on the Moose.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
Do you need help paying for college? Your first step is completing a FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. The 24-25 FAFSA will be available in late December 2023 and is more user-friendly. More students will be eligible for aid than ever before. Kia counselors and others are ready to help you. You're not in this alone. For more information, use the QR code or text money to 800-928-8926. Or you can visit gearupky.org/money.
No matter what you're up against, we have your back.
We are United Way. We are neighbors helping neighbors.
In communities around the world, when disaster strikes,
we get you back on your feet.
We help children build brighter futures.
We've been here for over 135 years.
But now, our work is more important than ever.
Join us.
Join your neighbors.
Join United Way.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Tonight by a final score of 49-43. They have now won 13. 1-3, Stephen. 13 straight games. I will talk to Coach Mack. It wasn't pretty, but all that matters is you won the game.
Yeah, it really is. Is that number 20 on the season?
It is.
Yeah, having a 20-win season like we talked about last night. Coming back last year, we saw vast improvements coming from 3 wins the previous year, then had 11 last year that I thought was success, and then now bumping up to 20 wins. Just a great year for the Lady Cougars and Coach Mack.
Speaking of Coach Mack, we'll talk to him, get his thoughts on the matchup after this. Again, your final score, Grayson defeats Warren Central 49-43. This is Lady Cougar Basketball on the Moose.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Leitchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Leitchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the Cougar Den, where the Grayson County Lady Cougars have won their 13th straight game. They defeat Warren Central today 49-43. Joined now by Coach Mack. And Coach, we talked about it in the open. We said that, learning how to win and finding a way to win is one of the hardest things to do and one of the most important things to do. And I think your team showed that they have learned how to do that with an ugly win today.
Yes, very, very ugly. I mean, I challenged them at halftime, and they came out the second half and answered what I asked them to do at the half, and like you said before we come on, that's a pretty good 4-18 team, I think. They've got a lot of, the guard, they got a somewhat of a shooter, and they got the big girl in the middle, so it makes it, tough to try to defend one part of it.
Yeah, you don't beat Bowling Green on the road if you're not a good team.
Right.
I think, the play that stood out, I think Ella, she came away with 8 points. I think on the inside she was turning into more of a scoring threat today.
Yeah, she was looking to score. I mean, we was running for some things with Allie out, we was trying to run some things that we'd go ahead and run, and, Ella really stepped up. I thought she played pretty decent defense on the big girl, actually, and she was outsized big time, but she gave us everything she had, and there in the second half, we kind of got a group of 5 going there that got us back in the game, got us the lead, got us the win, and I mean, it's a team win, but they, I was just proud of the way that 5 played, and you kind of got us going.
Starting the game, Coach, I noticed that the girls really were being patient on the offensive end. They were moving the ball from side to side of the court a couple of times and then getting wide open shots and knocking them down. Then we kind of got away from that in the second quarter, probably as ugly a quarter as we've had there in the second quarter.
Right.
And then as the game got farther on in the third and fourth quarter, maybe not quite as patient as we were in the first quarter. But is that something that you talk about with them? Do they kind of do that themselves?
A lot of it, the second quarter, I just felt like we played too much me, and not we.
Yeah.
I really do. We weren't moving the ball and getting anybody open, but I think the second half we ran our stuff more, and we got good-looking shots, got good cuts, good post-ups, whatever, And to answer your question, I hope I've answered it, but
yeah,
I feel like, the second half we just played more as a team than we did the first half.
Yeah, just looking at the stat sheet, if I tell you before the game Sydney Perkins is going to have 7 points, you probably don't like the chances of winning very much. And the shots she were taking were pretty good shots. They just weren't falling.
Right.
So that's a time, and the other thing I was going to mention, I think we probably did a pretty good job on the boards today.
Yes, I think we did. I haven't even looked at stats because I was just happy to get in the locker room with a win. And, I mean, they're making it tough. I told them, I said, making it tough on this old man's heart. So
it's a good thing you don't have any hair. because it would be falling out.
It'd be gone, yeah. You're right. You are exactly right.
But you'd rather them be doing this than be wondering, are we ever going to win a game or something like that?
No. Yeah, I like this. I mean, I just know that we were better than what we showed in the first half. That's what bothered me. We weren't playing our type of ball. I will say one thing about their defense that they opened up. Coach Jones and I was talking about, they were taking their middle person, which I hadn't really seen, out of the 1-3-1 to cover the corner and the top.
Yeah.
I mean, it was confusing, and I was down there trying to think in my head, what could we run? But she's quick, and she would get from the corner to the free throw line very quick and take away anything we wanted to do in the middle.
I was making that comment too. I couldn't diagnose what kind of offense it exactly or defense it exactly was for them. I think on Monday, you go into a McLean County team that you played back, what was it, December the 15th, 59-24. That was a weird game for them, though, because they had just lost a player to injury.
And just got their middle school girl that's playing really well now, that first game.
And that was her first game. She didn't shoot well, I remember, in that game. Miller,
yeah.
Right.
Both of them are Miller. I mean, her sister's the older one that got hurt, and then she's the one that's playing real well right now.
But you get the chance to extend this winning streak against it's a solid team here at McLean County. It's a tough place to play. It's a longer road trip.
Yep.
I know the boys just made that trip about a week ago and picked up a big win there. How do you practice tomorrow? How do you go together and try and keep on extending this winning streak with the last week of the regular season?
We're gonna shoot around tomorrow a little bit, go over a little bit what we're gonna face, what we want to do, and it will not last long because they got to get away from me. They've been with about every day, and I think we've played a lot of Saturday games. We've had to practice on Sunday because we got Monday games following up. But
and 3 games next week.
Yes, and Brian does a great job of scouting and letting me know some things. We both watch a lot of film, and I know Coach A does too. And I listen to Brian a lot. I really do, because there were some things there he called that we scored off of. That's what you call a good assistant coach. And I've always depended on my assistant coaches for a lot of help, and he did a great job today, and as he always does.
Did he pay you $5 or something for
10?
Coach, appreciate it. We'll see you on Monday.
No problem. Okay, thank you.
That's Coach Mack. Lady Cougars win today. It's 13 straight. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Leitchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Leitchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
Do you need help paying for college? Your first step is completing a FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. The 24-25 FAFSA will be available in late December 2023 and is more user-friendly. More students will be eligible for aid than ever before. Kia counselors and others are ready to help you. You're not in this alone. For more information, use the QR code or text money to 800-928-8926. Or you can visit gearupky.org/money.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinson's Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day, a movement toward life-saving resources, movement toward advancing research and care, movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden.
This is Cougar basketball on K105.
Lady Cougars win today 49-43 against Warren Central. Not a whole lot of scores to bring you from around the region this early on a Saturday. Again, a shout out to the Cougar boys last night. They picked up a win as they defeated Greenwood last night. So congratulations to them and head coach Travis Johnston. And honestly, that's a whole lot of the scores that we have to bring you today. We'll come back, have more on the fifth quarter show after this. This is Lady Cougar basketball on K105 Digital Productions and the Moose.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected?
Here we go!
Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready. Because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
This is Cougar Basketball on K105.
Welcome back here to the fifth quarter show on 103.9 The Moose. Sam and Steven back here with you to run down the scoring from Grayson County's 49-43 win against Warren Central. 17 for Jalea Bailey, 11 for Ida Akpadova, 6 for Diamond Posey, 5 for Hannah Bailey, 2 each for Layla Tisdale and Zamaria Jenkins-Beeson. For Grayson County, 16 for Bree Jones, 11 for Sutton Van Meter, 8 for Ella Narvaez, 7 Isabel Blanton, and 7 for Sydney Perkins. To look ahead at the next week of coverage for Grayson County basketball on Monday, we'll be with the Lady Cougars as they travel to McLean County. As our coverage will begin at about 10 after 7 there on K105. On Tuesday, we will be with that man down there, Travis Johnston, and his Cougar boys as they travel to Davis County at 7 or 7:30? I'm not sure, something like that.
Sounds good.
7 or 7:30. If I was good at my job, Stephen, I would have written it down, but clearly we're not. That game might be on the Moose, though, and again, great at my job here. It's on K105 Digital Breakfast. On Wednesday, the Lady Cougars are at Washington County for a 5 p.m. Central Time start. Our coverage of that, TBD. And then Friday, home, senior night, doubleheader. That one I can tell you will be 6 o'clock start time on K105 and K105 Digital Productions. So there you go. That's a look ahead at the week, and then district tournament is the week after that. Stephen, final thoughts from today?
Well, ultimately, regardless of how you get there, you won the game. That's most important. That's what you're playing for. 13 in a row for the Lady Cougars just speaks for itself. So I'm looking forward to next week, and then you get into the postseason, and we know anything can happen.
Lady Cougars win today by a final score of 49-43. That'll wrap up our coverage for today's basketball game here, as I want to thank our K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work. Your camera operator was Eli Hufflepuff Smith. Your director was Trey Cook. And give a shout out to Landon Johnson as well for coming in and helping us out as well. Full house in here for today. So for Stephen Smith,
whatever. Close enough.
That guy. Grayson County wins 49-43. So for him and the crew, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long.